A very good evening once again, and thank you so much for watching UBC TV Inspiring Uganda. Welcome to UBC News Tonight with me, Sharon Kyomugisha. Today, President Yoweri Museveni has commended the Catholic Church for mentoring the youth and mobilizing them into wealth creation. Details follow.
The Catholic community, especially the youth, have been convening at Our Lady of Lourdes, Bujumbura Cathedral in Hoima City, for a week-long retreat.
Thank you for loving the youth, and thank you.
The conference, which started on 10th December 2024, has ended on Sunday 15th December 2024. This has attracted over 15,000 youth from Catholic dioceses of Uganda.
Speak for those who cannot speak for themselves, the marginalized, the poor and the forgotten. Champion sustainability, the beauty of God's creation is entrusted to us. Let us lead in protecting the environment, ensuring a future where faith and ecology walk hand in hand.
I want to thank the younger people of the Catholic Church for accepting to come here and be trained. And I'm told you have participated and you have been good students. Thank you so much. May God bless you all.
At the event, President Museveni cautioned the youth against politics of identity.
You have been having conflicts of Banyoro, Bafuriki, ezo zona nentaro za banaku. I want kuwa kuikaro mbunaku, niba Rwanda, nkese nene niziyana zonga. Awoko banaku, niba Rwanda busa. If you go to Byamkamas, you cannot hear of Banyoro or Bafuriki. You can't, because they are all benefiting from what the little work that Byamkama man has done. So therefore, you the youth.
To overcome the burden of politics of identity, Museveni emphasized that the youth should embrace the 4 core principles of the NRM.
Please, I am pushing the one who is already ready to move. Let's get out of poverty, all of you. Because by creating your personal wealth, yourself, you are creating jobs for the others, like Byamkama has done. By using his 4 acres, he has already created 37 jobs for the other Ugandans. These are low-skilled jobs, but what comes from the farm will go to the factories, and we shall get higher skilled jobs.
He further urged the youth to fight poverty through joining the money economy, putting emphasis on agriculture, tourism, among others.
Now, this is commercial agriculture. This vyona biri habugeiga oburi mukulisa no kulima okukora sente. But then the other sector is manufacturing. That's how you come to the emyoga, the artisan skills are not agriculture, but it's wealth from skills. Then services of Hereza, services like boda, like hotels, catering, and so on. And finally, ICT. So if you do all this, and I'm glad that they have constituted you into Team Jesus, because that's what the bishop said.
The conference was also attended by ministers, members of parliament, religious leaders, among others.
All of you, the young people, we thank you for having responded positively to our invitation. Thanks for the sacrifices you made to be here, and also for the participation in the various activities of the conference.
But let me thank you for the support to our kingdom and for treating our king. Thank you so much, Your Excellency. I want to thank you for the developments in the Bunyoro sub-region.
Now my honor to declare the conference closed.
The week-long conference has equipped, mentored and shaped the youth to participate in the socio-economic development of their country. Robert Onyanko, UBC News.
A section of leaders has backed the idea behind the zonal presidential visits, referring to it as an avenue to get closer to the communities as well as an opportunity to evaluate government programs. According to leaders who mainly minister, the presidential wealth creation tours are intended to bridge the gap in communication between the government and the people being led.
For close to now 2 months, President Yoweri Museveni has been on a country-wide tour to popularize the parish development model program.
So women are now not working for just home or just for the stomach. They are also now have learned to work for money, and they can even work within the home setting.
In it, the president visits beneficiaries and model farmers.
And it's a very practical visit because he has been going down to the farmers, to their homes, to see the homesteads physically and to listen to the farmers.
First of all, it's important to emphasize that this is an evidence-based, seeing is believing national country tour by His Excellency the President.
But what is the intention of these nationwide tours?
Is to follow on the messages that he has been giving to the people, especially in the areas of wealth creation and fighting household poverty.
As you all know, that the Master has been sowing the seeds of wealth creation, and as such he has established in the country over the years different wealth funds. And apart from just telling the people to get out of poverty, he has actually walked the talk by making sure that there's money for people to be able to access from government.
Running on the theme Securing Your Future through Wealth Creation, the president visited the sub-regions of Tsebei, Teso, Karamoja, Wukedi and part of Buganda.
And here we're also assessing the performance of Imyoga as well. We have invested 488 billion Ugandan shillings under the Imyoga. So we need to find out how is the Imyoga fund also performing.
All these programs have caught up. People have embraced. Those who embraced and are beneficiaries are also coming out to give testimonies. Of course, majority are giving testimonies of how they use the 1 million and the PDM.
In these tours, the president had ministers, including that for information, communication and national guidance, Dr. Chris Pariomusi.
ICT and digital transformation is a relatively new sector, but which is catching the ground. And you can even feel the hunger that people have for some of these services, like having a telecommunications network here in Kapchora. It's one of the issues they are raising. So we feel we are making a lot of progress, and ICT now is the definition of modernity.
The Presidential Wealth Creation Tour Organizing Committee, led by the Vice President of Uganda, retired Major Jessica Alupo, has other members that include Minister Evelyn Anite, Chief Whip Hamson Obua, and Helen Sekum.
So when we are engaging these leaders, we encourage them that work for the country, work for your people, be transparent. Let's add value to our community. Let's encourage our people to be hardworking, and let's not tolerate any level of corruption. And we should promote patriotism. We don't have any other country.
We have the president, we have the vice president, the prime minister, and the ministers answering the questions of the people, ranging from social, financial, and otherwise. So we have to discuss everything holistically, because as you know, when the president was elected, we had a manifesto which was very clear, and our slogan was securing your future.
They all testify that such checks and balances are vital for fast-tracking government projects and priorities.
As part of overseeing, as part of doing oversight, His Excellency the President is doing a mid-term review, but more focused on wealth creation. So to me, when you say it is political, wouldn't you expect a president to be touring a country? Would you expect a president to only be domiciled either at Nakasero or in Entebbe?
However, somewhere there are challenges encountered during these tours.
If the chairperson does not believe that person cannot be given a job, which means these jobs are supposed to be sold. They are selling jobs to the local people, 4 million, 10 millions, and sometimes people end up not getting given jobs. So I advise the government to remove the district service commissioners.
Fordinarium Party sees an opportunity to benchmark for the coming elections.
And it's helping the party to reorganize our next manifesto, because we shall be addressing some of the silent issues we have been picking based on this meeting.
The presidential tours are still on in the coming week. Robert Onyango, UBC News.
Thank you so much, Robert Onyango. Now, moving on, the Federation Football Association, FUFA, has officially transferred the management of Busoga United Football Club to the Chabazinga of Busoga, following challenges faced by its previous owners. This was during the celebration marking Chabazinga William Gabula Nadiope's 36th birthday at Igenge Palace in Jinja. FUFA President Engineer Moses Magogo, alongside the FUFA officials, handed over the club to the Chabazinga.
Engineer Magogo announced that the club had transitioned from the leadership of Diana Hope Nyago back to FUFA, which has now entrusted it to the people of Busoga under the Chabazinga's stewardship. He emphasized the unifying power of football and urged the people of Busoga to support and sustain their team. Busoga Prime Minister Dr. Joseph Muvawala introduced the new leadership of the club, headed by Haji Walubi Abubakari as chairman and Ayako as the coach. He also presented the team's jerseys and official documents to the Chabazinga, who signed them to formalize the club's new status. The Chabazinga, after receiving the ceremonial key, officially launched Busoga United as the Chabazinga's club. First Deputy Prime Minister Rebecca Litwala Kadaga praised Engineer Magogo for his efforts in developing sports, particularly football.
Minister of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries, Frank Tumwebeze, has officially launched a multi-billion project for the expansion of the National Farmers Leadership Center in PG District. The groundbreaking marks the beginning of a 2-year initiative aimed at addressing the growing demand for agricultural training and leadership development in Uganda.
I congratulate the entire project stakeholders, and it's my pleasure to declare the project started.
Speaking at the commissioning of the construction, Minister of Agriculture Frank Tumwebeze urged the leadership of the institution to ensure tangible results upon completion of the project.
So, let this be a center for showing people commercialization of agriculture. I've been whispering to Madam Amelia, our comrades are making a lot of money from poultry.
The expansion of the project is being funded through a partnership between Korea International Cooperation Agency and Government of Uganda.
So the whole project budget is total $14 million US, $12 million US from the government of Korea, and then $2 million contributed in kind by the Ugandan government.
The project is a direct response to the crisis of limited facilities that has hindered the institution's capacity to meet the needs of its trainees.
You see, when you look at the parish development, the PDM, there is the pillar of mindset change. Even government wanted to give us resources to train Ugandans on that pillar. But the challenge we had is that we had limited what? Accommodation. So when we get this big accommodation in 2 years' time, then really the numbers are going to increase.
The Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Agriculture, Major General David Kasura, expressed his gratitude to the Korean government for its generous support.
As the second point, to publicly thank the country director and through her the people of Korea for their flexibility and for allowing us to put our ideas across and for understanding these ideas, despite the fact that they really have given us the money, they have given us everything.
The Presidential Advisor on Trade, Amelia Chambade, attended the event, underscoring the importance of the project for agricultural sector.
So we feel that we need to be advised on how to modernize our farming, how to improve, to add value to our farming, ensuring that we use more productive ways of farming.
The expansion of the National Farmers Leadership Center will provide training facilities and contribute to the country's efforts to promote sustainable agriculture and empowering farmers with modern farming techniques. Oko Joseph, UBC.
Minister of State for Teso Affairs, Dr. Kenneth Ongalo Obote, has lauded the notable progress in the performance of districts in the Teso sub-region during the 2023-2024 financial year. The positive observation follows a recent meeting with local government leaders in Soroti City, where the minister discussed regional development and government service delivery.
We may not be where we want to be, but we have moved several steps.
State Minister for Teso Affairs, Dr. Kenneth Ongalo Obote, has recognized the strides made by districts in Teso sub-region.
The leaders, that when we work together and when we sit down and assess ourselves critically, sometimes it helps us better than when we bury our heads in the sand.
The minister also highlighted the concerns raised by the technical experts present in the meeting held in Soroti City.
Political leaders do not give them the independence they need to do their work. They are always hampered, and some of the work that they do are politicized. And in their opinion, when you politicize something, the outcome is not the same as when you do it based on the need for which it was designed.
The meeting comes on the heels of the latest national assessment, which revealed that Teso sub-region had performed poorly in several areas.
It's not that Teso is losing every time. Sometimes they gain. You can find a district gaining in one area in water, tomorrow it loses in education. You find sometimes it remains like it's balancing because it gained here and lost here. If I can talk about the total amount of money that has been lost over this period arising from poor performance, I can mention a staggering figure it can go close to 1 billion shillings.
Despite these concerns, the Office of the Prime Minister emphasized that significant improvements in service delivery could be achieved through coordination and collaboration among district leadership.
Isingiro, Ivanda, you find those districts leading all the time. And why? We checked and found there was something that they are doing differently. And that is the message that we're trying to send to to the people in this region as well, that if you worked bodily from how the other people are doing, our results are also going to improve.
This meeting reflects the ministry's commitment to address both the challenges and potential within Teso sub-region as local governments work towards better service delivery and improved performance in the coming years. Joseph Oko, UBC.
In most stories, the country is facing a shortage of blood group O negative, a vital blood type often in high demand due to its universal donor status. This alarming situation was highlighted during a blood donation drive organized by the World Mission Society Church of God in Kampala.
Blood group O negative is critical in emergencies as it can be transfused to patients of any blood groups.
Yeah, as of now, we have blood group O negative, N negative, B negative, and AB negative. Generally, all the negatives are on demand. Yeah, basically, when it comes to communities, they have a negative perception, but we try as much as we can to educate them about the advantages of giving blood, and we are trying to eliminate that negativity in them.
This makes it indispensable for accident victims, surgical patients, and mothers during childbirth. Francis Masahana of Mengo Hospital attributed to insufficient blood donation drives and public participation.
We encourage communities to give us blood drives. If we get blood drives, the blood drives basically include us having in music. Music, it is one of the key things that help in mobilization, and donor incentives as well. Having radio talks, radio shows as well is the same as radio talks, because communities are not informed. And remember, at the back of our mind, as I started, I told you that these people have negative attitudes towards blood donation. So we still need more sensitization.
However, initiatives like the one organized by the World Mission Society Church of God aim to bridge this gap.
The existence of mankind depends on blood, either physically or spiritually. In our devotion, in this initiative, is actually to, as Church of God, to raise the environmental awareness, to carry out the participation, or to promote participation of blood donation to all the brothers and sisters, so that they can donate blood to save brothers and sisters. And in other words, also to share the love and the hope to all the brothers and sisters who have lost hope and
the church's drive attracted over 70 participants, including both members and well-wishers.
Ugandans should be encouraged to come on board and donate blood, because you don't realize the need of blood once your relative is not in need. But once you realize that they are in need, that's when you realize the importance of blood. So before that time, we should donate blood and save for the future.
The church's global network, active in 175 countries, supports these efforts, demonstrating the power of collective action in addressing global challenges. Sudat Kaye, UBC News.
Thank you, Sudat Kaye. With just 10 days to Christmas, Victory City Church Luaga branch has hosted a Christmas carol celebration filled with praise, worship and community generosity. The event, led by Pastor Moses Nsubuga, emphasized the sharing and supporting those in need.
As the congregation sing and dance to uplifting carols, County Light Uganda spearheaded the entertainment, creating an atmosphere of joy and spiritual reflection.
So much for me, I can't tell it all. You are the tempo, you are the voice.
In his sermon, Pastor Moses Nsubuga reminded the Christians about the blessings God has bestowed upon them and make others happy.
The thing he was saying is that it's more blessed to give than to receive. It really does something to someone's heart when they give out of what they have. It opens up doors of blessings, of breakthrough, of abundance. We give because we love people. We want to touch the people who are in need. Again, we live in Wakaliga. We have so many communities. We have so many people who can barely afford one meal a day. So at a time as this, we want to actually look out for those people and bless them. Those things back to the community. And that's what we do here at Victory City Church Rubaga. Every end of year, we want to be a blessing to each family every Christmas. Now we know that some people, Christmas is a time of celebration. They have a lot of things to share, to give. They have a lot of money.
Lubaga Councillor James Mobiru urged the congregation to unite and support one another.
You see, Christians, we need to raise up. Praise the Lord. We need to raise up. Other religions are busy taking up this.
The event culminated in a food and gift distribution where every attendee received a Christmas present. Benon Mokwaya, Jamil Sekaja, UBC.
As the festive season and long holidays approach, Reverend Irene Manjeri has urged Ugandans to exercise caution and avoid extravagant spending during Christmas celebrations. Reverend Manjeri made this call during a Thanksgiving service at Bethel Healing Center Church in Kampala district.
The service was filled with praise and worship and deliverance as Christians gathered in large numbers for Thanksgiving. In the sermon, Reverend Irene Manjeri cautioned Christians about the increasing vice during the festive season and encouraged them to remain vigilant. She further advised them against overspending during this period, reminding them that January comes with essential responsibilities, such as paying school fees, among others.
But I found out that people who drink are depressed people. They have bank loans that are not paid for. They are worried about losing their property. They are worried about their children's education. It could be a woman drinking. She's worried about the husband running around with other women. She is basically a depressed woman. Drinking is not the solution because this is a festive season and Jesus is the reason for the season. I want to say that he's the only solution to keep us out of the troubles of this world, not drinking. Treat people well in this new year. Be nice to people. Say hi to your neighbors. Stop by your elderly lady next to your house who has no sugar and buy them a kilo of sugar. Buy them a bar of soap. The blessings they pray for you, that blessing is even stronger than a prophet you are looking for.
Overnight service scheduled for
orphanage, school buildings and other buildings for the glory of Jesus Christ.
The Thanksgiving service was attended by special guests, Bishop Ernest Clovis and Apostle Joy Clovis from United States of America.
I was talking about was the focus of knowing the Lord and remembering what he said. If the Lord tell you that he will do it, can do it, then you do like Pastor was saying. If you know it's him, then walk on the water.
He doesn't do things the way we want, but his ways are so much higher.
That's right.
If he gives you a word, stand on it. As they end the year, know all old things are passed away. Behold, all things become new.
The duo preached to the congregation and praised the warm reception, security and good environment in Uganda.
My message is, I see a beautiful place, and I am really impressed with the people. And it's a blessed place. And my prayer is that we will get a chance to visit and be here even more.
I feel at home. After 32 years, I'm at home here in Uganda.
Deborah Namamonde, Ivan Juko, UBC News.
French language teachers have gathered in Lira City in northern Uganda for the new competence-based curriculum training for French language education. This training seeks to tackle the challenges that French teachers have faced with the implementation of the curriculum, which, since its introduction 5 years ago, has not been accompanied by proper training for educators.
For years, teachers of French have struggled to cope up with the new competence-based curriculum, which focuses on integrating project work and activity-based learning.
Activity of integration, like how to handle project work, how to use project work to teach French language, how to help the teachers also carry out project work in their classes. There was a gap. We noticed that they were struggling with to understand what a project could be and how a project work could be done or project-based learning could be undertaken in the French language. But in these last 3 days, I think the rigorous training has enabled them to appreciate and to understand what exactly it entails to use the project-based learning approach.
The training focuses on the integration of new resources and methodologies that will empower teachers to create engaging, project-based lessons for their students.
The teachers have gotten the methodology of how to teach French in the new curriculum.
The training is part of the implementation of over 250,000 euros given by the French government to the Association of Teachers of French in Uganda to equip both French teachers and students with valuable skills and improve the quality of education.
We are looking at the language, which is French, a foreign language, how it can be taught in this country to benefit the learners and even the teachers as well. But mostly the learners who are growing up to become responsible citizens in this world.
Participants are optimistic about the positive impact this will have on the teaching of French.
I have learned a lot, especially in the area of project-based learning, which had been disturbing many teachers within this region. But throughout the beginning of this training, I've learned a lot. Now I believe when I go back, I will be able to train my learners according to the principle of project-based learning.
Sada Mubale, UBC News.
Residents of Chisenyi 1 and Mutungo Gulf Zone 12 in Nakawa Division have had a free medical treatment and education on preventing mosquito-borne illnesses. This initiative is part of efforts by Luzira Rotaract Club of Hope Kansanga, Clark International University and St. Stephen Hospital, Luzira.
Residents in slums succumb to mosquito diseases, which put a burden on their incomes. President of the Rotaract Club, Luzira, Joshua Sechiunga, explained the motivation in offering free medical treatment to residents in slum areas.
And we have been doing this activity in our areas, and this is the fourth one which we have been carrying out. But the reason why we do this is to see that our people in the community, they be well. Since we live in the slum areas, we live in ghettos, and some of us will lack some money to see that at least we get these services of being treated. That's why we are here today, to see that at least we train people, we teach people how best they can avoid getting malaria.
By 2030, we see a Uganda that has zero malaria. So in a bid to do this needs a collection effort. That's why as Rotary clubs, being championing the championing of this mission, we are distributing nets at this center and also encouraging and telling people ways they can prevent and control malaria in their places.
Minembe Juana Florence, clinician working with Kisugu Health Center, for explained the factors contributing to mosquito infestations.
The cause of malaria in slummy areas, as of which Chisenyi is, we very well know that in slummy areas there are always a lot of stagnant waters that are surrounded by people's homesteads. We have a lot of depositions of rubbish that get stagnant. Most of us are ignorant about sleeping under mosquito nets.
For those who received free treatment, explained the challenges they face in slum areas.
I'm so grateful for the facilities you've brought in for us, because not everyone has got money for the medication.
At Mutungo Gulf in Zone 12, where free medical treatment is being provided on today, people were happy.
So I'm happy with these people of the Rotary Club of Kansanga and Luzira, working with the civic youth for organizing this RSA camp in our place.
Being in one place, having that life of serenity, like you're not moving at all, you can't even walk a short distance, you're not exercising, that thing puts you at a high risk of actually getting cancer.
But our major campaign this time is to see that at least we should fight malaria together with the people. That's why today we are giving also free nets, free treatment to the people, and also sensitizing them that they should sleep under the mosquito net.
Chechibaku malaria Ukeno kulaba mulite weyagala Obulobi mukongole munyingo.
There you have it. Don't forget to sleep under a mosquito net. Now, a member of parliament representing workers at Naitwe, Emmanuel Rakarjara, has declared interest to stand as national vice chairman in representing Western Uganda Central Executive Committee. Today, more people have expressed interest in contesting for different political positions. Take a look.
Rakajara disclosed this while officiating on the Uganda National Teachers Union Conference held in Kabale. Parliament representing workers, Honorable Margaret Ravshaiza Namubiru, expressed the continued efforts to push interests of workers in the House, but called on collect efforts to represent workers' interests.
Sorry for the technical glitch, but we'll have more details of that story. And in more stories, parents in Chebando at Chisalo-Salo village have decried the increasing poverty within their community to the extent that they can no longer afford to provide for their children. Very sad. This was during an official visit by the Ruparelia Foundation donation of food items and school equipment to vulnerable children. Take a look.
Over 100 children received food items and school as Christmas package from Ruparelia Group.
Tuina n'abamu ng'alina abaana be nga basatu. Omu asoma ttaamu 1, omulala n'asoma ttaamu 2, omulala n'asoma ttaamu 3. Kwegamba buli mwana asoma ttaamu emu kuba tasobola fiizi.
Twetaagisa n'abalala bajje batuyambe nga bano tujja beeyanza nnyo. Naye banne obwetaavu bwo tubwetaaga, embeera tetuli mu mbeera nnungi, abaana tebasoma bataayaaya.
Tulina nga ffe abakyala n'abaana baffe obuvunaanyizibwa abasajja basinze obutulekera ate nga naffe tulina kimala era abaana bafunye embuto, abalala bagenze mu bwawusigaalu mu bwaki.
The founding member of the foundation, Josna Ruparelia, noted that as a group they are proud to support such groups of people in so many ways, especially in this Christmas.
Ruparelia Foundation is celebrating Christmas with all the kids. We like to share presents with them, food with them, drinks. We want them to play games. We want them to enjoy. We're very proud to do this, to see every child enjoying their Christmas. I mean, it's sad that not everybody can do it, but we'd like to be part of it and make sure a lot of them can enjoy the Christmas.
Benon Mukwaya and Vincent Wamondo.
To be a winner, you must have the discipline of a tiger. But when fueled with MTN Momo, winning is easy. Simply get your phone and use the Momo app or dial *165*3#, enter merchant code, enter amount, enter your Momo PIN, and pay. Congratulations! Your car is happy, and now you stand a chance to win mobile money with MTN Momo.
There is myths that so many of you live by. If your eye is twitching, it means you're going to see someone you like. If it shines and rains at the same time, it means a leopard is giving birth. If your hand is itching, it means you're going to get money. If you see an owl, it means somebody's gonna die. If you hear of a disease outbreak, just know it is in a village district at the border next to some suspicious country. You will want to scratch that last myth, because Mpox is in 19 districts and Kampala is among with dozens of cases. Please stop going around checking anyone's hand. Mpox kills. Protect your loved ones.
This is so much smoke. How you doing? My friends told me about an affordable solution. They're called Greenergy Biostove. Very clean and very safe. Let me call them right away. Go, 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 go.
Wow, can you believe these things are in just 45 minutes?
Greenergy ethanol stoves and fuel. Enjoy cleaner, healthier and affordable cooking. Cook your food in less than 2,000 shillings per day. No charcoal. Stop deforestation. We are looking for agents across Uganda. Greenergy, Bible Corner.
Welcome back from that short commercial break. The Uganda Liberal Teachers Union has launched a nationwide campaign to uplift teachers' living standards, starting with Bugisu sub-region. The initiative encourages teachers to join the union's circle, foster unity and explore side income-generating activities. I beg your pardon.
As a trade union, we are supposed to look at the welfare of the teacher. How can we help one another, we the disadvantaged teachers, so that all of us come up from the point of disadvantage.
Led by Wulitu President General Mutesa Sira Evans Kaganjizo, the leadership team held meetings in Mbali City, visited teachers' projects and mobilized members to embrace the union's programs.
So for us, we say, let us go enterprise. We say, now, a teacher who has an enterprise will benefit from the circle. And we have actually named it Teacher Enterprise Development Initiative, whereby every teacher must identify an enterprise of his or her choice. Then for us as a circle, we must come in and share. First of all, start with funding. Then from funding, we now go to management.
Sylvia Nafuna, Wolitu's Eastern Region Coordinator, highlighted the challenges teachers face and commended President Museveni for providing a grant to support the union's activities.
We've been having a challenge, financial constraints as teachers. We did not have money. We did not have enterprises to support us besides our meager salaries. We thank His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, for remembering the teachers. The teachers now will have access to the grant that he gave us on the 19th of October 2024. This is something that is not ordinary.
During the visit, union leaders assessed members' projects and pledged financial and technical support to enhance their income-generating efforts.
We have been visiting a number of projects. We have looked at piggery projects, we have looked at poultry projects, we have looked at value addition projects for the teachers. And the purpose of our visit is to ensure that we do hands-on visits to these projects so that when we are funding these projects, we are sure what we are funding.
I am hoping that Uritu is going to help me by building the house of those pigs and maybe to give me more pigs because there are not so many.
The union is going to help us to change our lives in the way that the teachers who have been suffering, who have been tortured because of the situation they are going through, it's going to change.
Benon Mokwaya, Muhammad Iga, UBC News.
To be a winner, it requires that you exceed all the limits of mankind and womankind. But when you play with MTN Momo, winning is easy. Simply get your phone and use the Momo app or dial *165*3#, enter merchant code, enter amount, enter your Momo PIN and pay. Congratulations. Your stomach is full and now you stand a chance to win mobile money with MTN Momo.
Shocking statistics on road crashes in Uganda show that there were over 23,608 road accidents in a single year, 2023. This highlights an increase of 16% compared to the previous year. The Uganda Traffic and Road Safety Report of 2023 also shows that there were 24,728 casualties from road crashes, with 4,806 people dead, 16,736 seriously injured, and 3,186 escaping with minor injuries. The rampant increase in the number of road crashes and casualties in Uganda is seriously alarming. According to Uganda Police Traffic Report, 80% of road crashes in Uganda are as a result of speeding, reckless driving, and violation of traffic rules and regulations. Your life and that of other road users matters. Every life taken or injured in a road crash is an emotional loss to a family, resource loss to a business, development contribution loss to a community, and a socio-economic loss to the nation. Join hands together to reduce and, if possible, eliminate road crashes from our roads by avoiding reckless driving, obeying traffic signs and rules, and maintaining public safety intelligence to keep ourselves, passengers and other road users safe at every time. Remember, drive safe today to live again tomorrow. Tofira kukubo.
Welcome to the last segment of UBC News Tonight, today on the 15th of December 2024. In our sports stories, after a stellar season during which the corporate games have officially climaxed with a glamorous award dinner at Silver Springs Hotel Bugolobi, St. Francis and Zambia Hospital emerged overall winners with 369 points. St. Francis and Zambia Hospital triumphed in football, chess, and also topped the special points category. SCD Darling, that bettered all in netball, cycling and swimming, finished second. Uganda Medical Association, that won the basketball title, was third, while Total Energies fourth, and PKF Uganda, which won athletics and volleyball, was fifth. PWC Uganda, that finished the 14th overall, won the woodball competition, and there were other awards such as Fair Play, Team of the Year, Inclusivity, Inspirational, Breakthrough, Rising Star, Private Sector, and People's Choice Awards, among others. The corporate games that started a few years ago were this year hosted at Bishop Cipriano Chanjire Sports Grounds in Luzira. The 2025 edition was launched at the dinner by Uganda Airlines Chief Executive Officer Jennifer Mturaki, whose team won the People's Choice Awards. This season for the corporate games wasn't only about sports competition, but also engagement in corporate social responsibility initiatives that will benefit the nation in health and education. With 11 minutes to 11 p.m. Thank you so much for watching UBC News Tonight. That's all we had for you. My name is Sharon Kyomugisha. Have a lovely night and a blessed week ahead of you. Bye-bye. God bless you.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.